Frack on. Welcome to the Frack the Canon. I am joined by the coolest motherfuckers around. How are you, Sarah?
I'm wonderful.
Yes, you are. And my brother from another mother from Mr. Milwaukee, CJ McCree.
What it do?
It do. All right. So we have our third Fantastic Four cast finally announced. No trailer, just a cast. How are we feeling about that? Well, let's
All
go
right,
out.
run it down. Run it down.
Yeah. So Reed Rich, we'll start with first the most important for
Who is
me.
it?
To me, that I'm like Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, aka Papi Pedro. Pedro Pascal is going to be Reed Richards. Thoughts on that?
I like it. Like I had been hearing, I had been hearing some hate online of people talking about it, but like I honestly don't know where that comes from. Like outside of the fact that he's just Hispanic, right? But he's Latino, but
Oh, I was
out,
gonna say because he's old.
he could be. But it's like I feel like every time we see Reed Richards,
He's a little old.
he's like known for having a freaking white streak in his hair. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean you have to be old. Rogue has that crap too, right? But like freaking
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? I'm just saying like he's like that's like one of his almost one of his defining features is that he's graying, you know.
Something I saw to respond to Pedro Pascal being cast was like, well, Jessica Alba's Hispanic, and they had to white her up and give her blue eyes and a freaking like blonde hair for to play Sue Storm. I'm like, you're right. Jessica Alba played with Sue Storm, and she is Hispanic. So I don't get it. I think Pedro Pascal is just. I think people are jealous because he's in Star Wars, this, The Last of
He's
Us.
very in right now.
That's why
He's very, very in right now. So I'm like, I can't be excited about it because I'm kind of over him. I love him, but I'm sick of him, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I just saw what was it, Drive Away Dolls, and he's in that for a second. I'm like, this is unnecessary. This is unnecessary use of Pedro Pascal. He does not need to be here. Love him, would love to see, I don't know, maybe a little bit more thought. I'm oversaturated with Pedro Pascal, if that makes sense.
I
Yeah, I
don't
can
I
feel
don't
Like
get
it
it.
almost feels like stunt casting.
I think John Krasinski
I
was
have no issues
fantastic.
with him being Hispanic or anything else. I think that's phenomenal. I'm
I
just
put,
tired of seeing him. Maybe by the time the movie comes out, I won't be sick of him anymore.
I mean,
Depends on how many seasons of Last of Us they got.
oh my god, we gotta do that one too.
Right, like he's in too many things right now. He can't
No,
be
he's in a lot of
everybody.
things. He's in a lot of things, and he's not just in a lot of things. He's in a lot of things that people like us watch, right? Like freaking nerds watch. He's in a lot of nerd freaking. Is there like a what's the word? I'm trying to. I can't think of the word. Like, is there like some kind
Fanboy.
of nerd trifecta? You know what I mean? Like he's in Star Wars. He's in freaking like Game of
He,
Thrones. You know what I mean? He's
He
in.
was in Game of Thrones. Like he's everywhere. Enough. There's got
Yeah.
to be another actor. It's giving like nepotism. It's giving like I don't know. It's giving I'm sick of you. Most
I
popular kid in school. Like I'm tired of you.
no, I disagree completely. I think like,
No,
I,
I'm here for the laughs, but I think Pedro will be I think he
He'll
would
do
be.
great. I'm just bored of him. That's all. He's great in everything he does. I just, get tired of seeing the same 12 people.
That's true.
I'm sure there are other Latino actors out there who would be equally fantastic, right? Can we give somebody else a chance?
we
But would they
could, but we
be
don't want to,
Mr.
Sarah.
Fantastic?
I was gonna say that too.
Just me, like, I just mean, like, isn't there someone else we can call? Like, it just, I don't know.
Was
I
now
can feel that way about any actor that gets oversaturated.
one thing I will
Mhm.
say one thing I'll say to that, like I do get God, what is her name? I'm forgetting her name now. Like the casting director, Marvel's casting director, it's like the same lady for like all of them. Like, do you remember her name at
I
all?
don't remember her name,
I
but I
can't
know you're
remember her
talking about.
name now. Like I had it like because it was like I was like floored at like how like I feel like she really nails the characters. You know what I mean? Like and in even in a way where like I hear the casting and I'm like I'm not floored by the casting, but it's like when we get to the movie, I'm like, oh yeah, that was spot on. That was that character right there. You know what I mean? Like but she like I'm sure she was involved with this because she's literally casted like all of them. You know what I mean? So like it's like I feel like if she's involved, like I'm kind of like I just kind of trust it because like she really hasn't missed yet. Like with the major actors, like now anybody, director's nephew can be in a movie, and you know what I mean. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
think it
sure
is.
It's Sarah Finney. That's how
It's
familiar.
giving me
Finney, yeah,
Shonda
Sarah.
Rhimes. It's giving me Shonda Rhimes repertory theater.
In what way?
Shonda Rhimes is a genius. That's
Mm,
the kind of the joke is the Shonda Rhimes repertory theater. It's giving very like Shonda uses the same actors in like all of her shows for a while, and you would see them in every single one, and it's just like I have a hard time now believing that this is a different person. Not in that way, with like actors the same, but it's like
I feel you.
I don't know. On the one hand, I'm like, good for you, everybody gets a shot, but at the same time, like it's kind of in a similar way, like you said about like you're in all the nerd stuff. I want to see him in something not nerdy. I think that's what it is. And to see him in something not nerdy, and then I'll be like,
Oh,
free Pedro
you
Pascal.
need a ginger roll. Like we're eating sushi right now. You need a palate cleanser, is what you're saying.
I need him
Pedro
to do something
palate,
else.
a Pedro
Yeah, I need him to do
Pascal
something else. I
cleanser.
need more range. I need more something.
I
Like,
got you. Listen, we'll get him in the next I don't know, biopic. I don't know. Freaking.
right? I don't know. I just want something else. Like, he's gonna be phenomenal. He's phenomenal in everything. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, give us the next one. Give us
The
the next
next
person.
one is Mrs. Invisible Woman herself, Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby. I do know Vanessa Kirby. I saw her in the first thing that I saw her in that I liked was The Crown. She played the young sister to Queen Elizabeth. I think was Princess Martha was her name. I
Okay.
don't know,
I didn't watch The
but
Crown.
she was also in Mission Impossible, the last Mission Impossible movie, um, Dead Reckoning Part One.
He was in the last two Mission Impossible movies.
Was she really?
Yes. So so I have just recently, for no reason at all, did a Mission Impossible rewatch, right? Because I hadn't seen frickin' I hadn't seen the last like three. And so I was like, I'm just gonna watch all these movies. And I watched freaking I just made it to Fallout and Dead Reckoning. Fallout, amazing freaking action movie. Dead Reckoning is campier campier affair, but it's still fun. A lot of fun to be had there. But Vanessa Kirby, like when I got to seeing her, like she's introduced in Fallout, but when I got to seeing her in Dead Reckoning, I was like, dude, this woman is a national treasure right now. Like she is so like just the way she plays that character in a Mission Impossible anyway. Like it's just she's so delightful. She plays it so hysterically. You know what I mean? I just like love her and just want to see her on screen like for freaking forever. You know what I mean? Like so that like just seeing that, I'm like, dude, I'm already in love with this lady right now. Like I just want to see her and stuff right now. Like I just want to see her somewhere else. I know she's in Hobbs and Shaw too, which I've
Yes,
only
that's what it
here and
was. I love her in that too. She's awesome in that. I'm Black Superman. That's my favorite line of the whole movie.
there.
I'm like,
I'm kidding yourself, but
oh, Idris Elba. Oh, he should have been fantastic. Papi Idris.
I mean, he already got killed out of Marvel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. I forgot.
Listen,
So mad.
people don't realize that the MCU literally has like the best black actors in Hollywood, like in it already. Like they don't actually realize this.
We got
Um,
everybody.
You know what I mean? Like Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba, freaking Jonathan Majors. We'll see where his career goes. Freaking,
Oh, poor Jonathan.
I know. Like I'm pulling for
What a
him.
fool.
Look,
I hope something works.
If Will Smith can come back, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Sarah, what do you think about Vanessa Kirby as this casting?
I just had to pull her up to remember who she is. I think I saw Mission Impossible. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm sure she'll be great.
Like she just seems like
I
everything that's
bet.
been,
Which one was she in Mission Impossible?
Right. she's like a
Which
she's like
one
an
was she?
arms
Which of the ladies?
she's like
just the
some
white
arms
ladies.
dealer. She's like an arms dealer and
Oh, she's that lady. Oh, she'll be great. She was lovely. She was
yes.
phenomenal.
That character was so
Okay. I was like, they were kind of indistinguishable to me. I fell asleep in Mission Impossible, not gonna lie.
there's a lot
It was
going on.
too hard to believe. I'm like, I'm sorry, Tom Cruise, you're like 60. I'm supposed to believe that you and the other 60-year-old who's like knifing himself up the side of a train, like, get out of here. I can't do it. I can't suspend my disbelief this much. Like, it was very hard.
The
To
last
this
one was
day, it's
very
one of
heavy.
the things that my boyfriend and I joke about. We're like, oh yeah, you wanna like base dive off of a motorcycle through a train and nobody gets hurt? Like, come on. At 60, ready?
I mean, they literally like construct movies around the crazy things he wants to do. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
And it looks like it.
Yeah, these last two. Well, I don't remember Fallout. The last one mission, I think I talked with the other Sarah. Was the last mission I enjoyed was 4 Ghost Protocol, but they've all had different directors up until a certain one, and then it's all been the same director. I'm like, these all
five
feel,
till five till now has been the same guy.
and they all to me feel the same. I'm like, dude, at least the other movies felt different, felt unique. I'm like, this is cool, but now they have the same director. I'm like, it feels like I'm gonna say it again, a Pay My Numbers Mission Impossible movie. I'm like, okay, cool stunts, but I was kind
Exactly
of
what it was. I was like, oh, we're
I
still doing all of the same stuff. Cool, cool, cool. I saw the first one. Same tricks since the first one. Haven't seen one since the first one. Okay. But yeah,
But
that
this
lady,
one has him
she
driving off of a motorcycle. No, I'm joking.
right.
Yeah, I was like, I was watching it in the plane. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I'm like, oh, I'm in the plane. I fell asleep to a movie. I'm like, anywho, I wasn't impressed. But Vanessa Kirby is awesome. I love her. I've always seen her play someone so stoic, so cold. I'm like, in Sue Storm is not supposed to be that. So I'm excited to
She
see what.
is. Then I would say maybe check out Mission Impossible Fallout because she is like the exact opposite of that in that movie.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out because yeah, I think she's a great actor. She's one of those like, oh my god, you're like not like Haley Atwell, Jim again, like oh you are a really good actress. You are really really. Not that Haley Atwell and Jim aren't great actors. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna cut that
All
out.
right, who we got? Who we got next?
Next one is Mr. Human Torch himself, Flame On, Joseph Quinn. And if you all saw, did you all see Stranger Things?
Oh, that guy. Okay, okay, okay.
He was like my favorite scene of his. I'll put in here.
Chrissy, this is from you.
I'm like, oh my god, I love this scene just for this alone. That's all I've seen him in. He plays this like
Okay.
metalhead from the '80s.
Never heard that name in my life.
But this is like I've only seen him in that thing. I don't know what else he's done. I'm gonna look at his IMDb/Wikipedia.
Yeah, I feel like he is like a Stranger Things. Like that's his. You know what I mean? His claim to fame.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
know he's
biggest one.
much else. Um, I think he looks cool. Like I don't I haven't watched much of Stranger Things. You know, so I'm not sure his. I don't know his range. Like, can you speak to that?
Like in Stranger Things, he played like a metalhead who played D&D and was like kind of like kind of like a burnout. He was held back. He was still like repeating his senior year for the second or third time, I believe. I think it was his third time repeating senior year. So I'm like, all right, I can see the youthness. I can see that. I did what I did see. I did like. I'm like, okay, cool. Like there was so many human emotion, but I'm like, but that's all I've seen him is I really can't tell. But I'm like, I can see him playing a hothead. If he plays Johnny Storm, like I think he is in the comics, like very fun, very jovial. That's a T word. Very
Yeah, I'm saying Overlord, Dickensian, and Game of Thrones is what he's known for.
Game of Thrones. Interesting.
yeah, but
Connor, Connor,
yeah, I didn't watch any of those.
Koner. Mm.
Like I
Not
never.
anyone I remember.
But yeah, his biggest thing is and I've watched that scene of him playing Master Puppets in the Upside Down many times. But I'm okay, cool, good for him. Like I'm excited. He's good. Any other thoughts on this casting?
Not on that bloke.
All right.
Right? Don't know who it is. Can't help you.
All right. The next character we got up is from Yancey Street, the blue eye, ever loving, clobbering time thing. I'm gonna mess up his name a little bit, butcher it. Ibn Moss-Bachrach?
I think Baccarat.
Baccarat. What I know him from is The Bear. He plays one of the cooks in The Bear, which is like
That's
this
what
restaurant in
Oh,
Chicago.
baby.
He
This
is
cast is old. This cast is very old.
it is kind of old. It is older
He's
because even the Johnny
46,
Storm is
Pedro's
kind of
48,
old.
the other lady's 35.
yeah. He's I from what I've seen him in, he's
He's
awesome.
so good.
I he is a good actor. He's a great actor. From what I've seen him in, I'm looking at it. I didn't see. I know he's in The Bear. What else has he been in? He was in The Punisher as
I
Micro.
only know him from The Bear.
Oh yeah, he was in the show, the Punisher show. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
the
I,
Netflix one.
and then yeah, that's about it. Porn and Chicken. I remember that. That was on Comedy Central.
Mona Lisa Smile.
Is he really?
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah, Hard Feelings.
oh my god,
Andor, Girls, The Lake House,
he was in the Royal Tenenbaums as the
The
bell.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Um,
He's been in a lot of stuff. It looks like I know him just from The Bear, and I, from that alone, have decided he can do around.
The Bear is a good show. I like The Bear. I was surprised how much I liked it. I'm like, it's. I can't describe what I like about the show, but it's just I just have to watch it. It's a really good show. I'm not in the service industry, but
It's
I'm
so
like,
good.
I know people in the service industry. I know you use awareness. I'm like, I've heard people say it's pretty true to being in it.
It
Um,
is. It's phenomenal.
I'm just my biggest question for this one: are they going to go CGI or are they going to go Michael Chiklis and give him a suit?
I don't think they're gonna do checklists, but you know what? Maybe they'll do some kind of. I mean, because I feel like it works best when it's both, right?
Right.
Like when there's some practical and there's some like CGI help with it, right? Like so, there's something for you to kind of for your eye to lock onto, like this is real right here. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, I'm excited. So I think the rumor was that, like you said, CJ, it's a displaced Fantastic Four. Like, because from that picture they showed on the announcement, it seemed like it was 60s. Like, because they're reading
Right.
the lifetime, and it's like in the comics they came out in 1962 or 61. Like you're doing the space race.
Are you? Can you pull that? Can you pull that up and share it with the
Yeah, let me.
visually? Like we are like we're in the 21st century or something over here. I don't know.
21st century. What is this black magic you speak of?
No. I only have black man magic. It doesn't work so well. No, I'm joking. Freaking I was thinking about like, the casting, how these characters will perform individually, but or actors will perform individually. But like the thing about Fantastic Four, right, is like about the group, right? Like so it's really all it will hang on their chemistry, right? This whole movie. Um and it'll have to feel like if they're lucky, like it'll have to feel like a live action Incredibles, right? Like if they're lucky, it'll have to feel like that. You know what I mean? Like because like that movie's incredible. But it nails that. It has that family dynamic, and that is what is great about the Fantastic Four. You know what I mean? Like that is like I remember, that some of the books that you were showing me, Renee, like because look, we've been friends for a long time. I have almost nothing but terrible things to say about the Fantastic Four. You know what I mean? Like I have almost nothing but disdain for them. You know what I mean? But like those comics,
Wow.
like you were showing me, like is just kind of like, oh, okay, like no, this is what you can like about them. They're like this family, this dysfunctional family unit. You know what I mean? Like you're
I have
just
the
kind of
picture.
like, stay. What'd you say?
I have the picture ready.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. Oops, hold on. Let me do that again. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Like, there's Pedro, there's Vanessa, there's John, there's the thing when there he is in his astronaut suit. So it looks very
That looks
60s.
awful. Why would they do that? That looks terrible. This isn't real. Can't be
That's the
real.
announcement trailer on let me
Now
do that.
this is their
It can't.
announcement, but it's like who knows? Take it for what it is, right? Who knows how, like, what this
Yeah.
even means, kind of a thing.
It's so bad though.
I mean,
What's wrong with Pedro's head?
he's got the white stripes.
Why does he look so much like he just was photoshopped on there? The rest of them look like they were kind of drawn. He looks like he was just.
He just cut his picture out.
Yeah, I am not happy with that at all. Now I'm disappointed. See, man, poor Pedro. Why
So
they
that
do him like that?
robot in that picture, that's like
That's Herbie. That's from the cartoon.
That's gonna be in the movie.
So see, based on this picture, I'm assuming they're going to be stuck in the based in the '60s and be time displaced. I'm
Okay,
assuming.
like Captain America kind of a thing,
Yeah,
and or Captain Marvel.
yeah. That also bugged me too. Because the Marvel, I'm like, why didn't you age 30 years?
See, I believe her because her powers are Goku. You know what I mean? Like she's freaking
But Goku
Alien
aged.
now. She doesn't need to age. What are you talking about?
Goku aged.
Also, doesn't she in the first movie? Doesn't she like have different blood now? Isn't her blood like not red anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like purple or something now.
Yeah, like it's like
Green, something
I
weird.
think she has like undergone a change on like a genetic level kind of a thing.
Yeah, like on a cellular level, she's no longer human. She is no longer constrained to our ridiculous rules. Thank you very much. You will leave my baby Brie Larson alone. She
Hey,
can do
listen,
no wrong.
I love Envy Adams.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say that too.
I've been in love with her forever. I will hear no Brie Larson slander.
I love Brie Larson since United States of Terror.
Oh, you know what? I did not.
That's the one.
I forgot to say on our
Sitting on
freaking.
cakes.
I forgot to say on our The Marvels episode, like how much I loved her freaking outfit in the movie. Like the first one she's wearing, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact that she wears it like what it is, a jumpsuit, like just let it hangs. It's just in a beater, like just in Crocs. Like, freaking.
There's so much that's good in that movie. I'm sorry. I will not. Anyone who doesn't like it is wrong, objectively wrong. You're just incorrect. You're thinking too much with your wrong brain. You're forgetting why we love movies.
Sorry, crossover episode.
Every single moment is phenomenal. Every moment is phenomenal. If you don't get that, you're watching movies wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'm serious. It's one of those things where like I watch a ton of movies and I'm not a movie snob. There's a big difference. I am someone who loves movies. I love to get swept up and taken away, and I can do it with almost anything. And that particular movie, it's like I said, it's perfect. Is it the greatest movie of all time? Of course not. But it's exactly what it is. It is exactly what it is. It is 100% what it aimed to be and what it's supposed to be. And it's exactly that's it. It doesn't need to be anything else. Perfect. Fine, leave it alone.
Now
A+.
let's hope Fantastic Four can can do something like that.
Based on the poster, I'm not that excited. We got 50-year-olds and an ugly poster. Like, I don't know, man.
50's a new
Renee,
20, bro.
Renee, who do you think they're bringing to this? Do you think they're putting Doctor Doom in this?
So I said this offline. I don't think it's Doom. I think they're gonna go either Annihilus or Mole Man. And we've talked about you and I have had discussed about this offline. I don't think it's Doom. I think Doom's gonna save Doom for an Avengers movie or something. But
Now I would love Annihilus, but I also feel like if we get Annihilus as our first villain, he'll be wasted, and I probably won't like what they do with him. But Mole
Sorry,
Man,
who is Mole Man?
Mole Man, okay, you're in my world
That's
now,
the name
Sarah.
of
So let me explain it to you.
I'm the Underminer. What?
That's exactly what that is. He is exactly
literally.
that. The Incredibles is the Underminer. That is literally who he is. The Incredibles are the Fantastic Four. The Underminer is Mole Man. It's pretty much that. He is this super brain.
I hate it.
And was
Thanks, I hate it. Take it back. You can return that.
I will not.
I don't know anything about the Fantastic Four. There's a person named Mole Man, and I'm mad about it now.
I think, but here's who I want to see. That's already established. Namor.
Is he supposed to be in there?
Well,
he's a classic. He's a classic Fantastic Four villain, actually. Like,
and he also tries to win over Sue Storm a lot from Reed Richards. Like,
Oh, that could be interesting. That could be very interesting.
But I think
Because
they're
he
gonna go
exists
either
now.
Mole Man or Annihilus. Maybe the government. I don't know, because like maybe it might be that. Maybe they might have it kind of like
So mad if there's a villain named Mole Man. I'm just so pissed.
maybe it could
I
be something.
already hate this movie. Like, if they go with something called Mole Man, because it looks like possibly Jake Gyllenhaal is involved in this, and I would not be surprised if he is something like someone named Mole Man.
Mole
That would not
Man.
surprise me at all. He does the dumbest stuff. He's another
Don't
one I'm
blame
sick of.
don't blame
Sick of
Jake
him.
Gyllenhaal for the dumb stuff he
Sick
did.
of Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm
Hey,
looking through based on other things, and it's saying my baby Margot Robbie. I see her listed in things.
hey,
Seeing,
the day after tomorrow is a classic. Okay.
uh-huh, mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Anyway,
Um,
it doesn't say who he's playing. It doesn't say who Margot Robbie's playing. I'm seeing Antonio Banderas.
those are rumors, though. But I think they just say they're in talks and rumors. But I don't think there's anything
I'm just
concrete.
seeing. I'm
Like
seeing
supposedly Henry
names.
Cavill's going to be in the MCU too, and the rumor is going to be Captain Britain.
I did see that
That could
rumor
be
too.
interesting.
Is
These
Captain
are
Britain a
things I'm
mutant?
seeing.
In the comics, he is,
Okay,
because in the comics, I think if I remember, in the comics, he is the twin brother of Psylocke.
got
If
it.
I remember correctly. You want to check that out right now. Anything else you want to talk about this
Uh,
casting?
no, I think we pretty much exhausted thoughts on on the cast. I guess
I know Sarah's
beyond that, like, because there's nothing
I'm
else.
already over it. I'm still stuck on Mole Man. I'm so mad. I'm so angry that there's someone named Mole Man. That makes me just uh like that was the joke in The Incredibles. Like, what a stupid villain. The Underminer, what a dumb villain. Now I find out there's a real they better not.
I
It's MCU. They're thinking about it.
Ugh.
I don't know. I don't know if it's been established, but like that's who I think they're gonna go with. I think the most badass answer for them to work would be Annihilus, but I'm like it's too kind of obvious, and Mole Man kind of also right there too. I'm like, yeah, make him a
I mean,
full.
Annihilus sounds like a much better villain name, so I'm gonna vote for that one. We hope for that one.
He's he's definitely a much better villain.
He really is a much better villain. Well, have we
Mole
ever seen him in
Man.
any of the movies? It's always been Doom, right?
Oh, you're talking about yeah, they only let Fantastic Four fight Doom because like they always tie him to their origin. You know what I mean? Like,
Because also, you know what? Also, I think they're saying they're casting Galactus and the Silver Surfer, so it could be them too.
Well, so that's what I'm seeing is Antonio Banderas as Galactus, according to my Google search.
I like that casting.
That's fair. I
what
don't know.
is his voice too buttery for you?
But yes, Zorro cannot be Galactus. Pancho Villa cannot be Galactus. A Mexican millionaire hero cannot be Galactus.
You mean like Javier Bardem as King Triton?
He's Spanish. I don't care about
That
him.
pissed me right off.
I'm like,
Sir,
explain
you're
to
pretty
me
to
all
look
the
at. What
other.
the hell did you say?
I'm like, no, King Triton got around all over the seven seas.
Could not understand him through the whole movie. And I'm like, honey, I love you, but please.
Final comment, final thoughts.
Bring him on. Let me see a
Uh,
trailer or something, whatever.
I can't wait.
Maybe don't make Mole Man the villain,
Maybe it'll.
I don't like it. If Mole Man is the villain, like, is Mole Man at least kind of hot? Like, or is this just like some ugly, dirty guy
Let
that's
me find you a picture
underground?
of Mole Man.
I don't know. I don't know what Mole Man looks like. Now I'm like Googling Mole Man.
I'll show you right now.
I'm already over it. There's my final thoughts. It hasn't even happened, and I'm already over it.
Let me show you right now.
Are we getting
That
the
thing.
robot?
I think we are. I
Will
think
the robot be in the movie?
that's Mole Man right there.
Of course it is. No.
Danny DeVito is Mole Man.
No.
Danny DeVito is Mole Man.
No. What are his little friends? What is this.
Those are mole people.
I hate this. They better not. This is all no. This is 50-year-olds fighting that guy. Get out of here. Give him an AARP card and retire them all. I'm done. I'm supposed to watch 48-year-old Pedro and 46-year-old other guy and mid-30s other lady and fight that guy?
You know what? Not like the more you're saying that, like think of like most like first Marvel movies, like villains that they fight is typically like generic CGI hordes. That's
Yeah,
what
I
this
mean,
is. That's what he represents.
Right.
Like that,
well,
you
yeah,
might be onto something here, and it might actually be Mo Man.
well, because like, well, Iron Man fought
I think you're
Ironmonger.
speaking this into existence right now.
Like, here's the thing, I want Doom, but we're not. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get Doom in the
Start there. You
because
can't start there. You can't start at Doom. That
no,
won't happen.
no.
But we can't start at Mole Man. No one's gonna watch another one.
Well, no, hold on. Maybe not he might not be the main villain. He might be the first villain they fight as a team together with their superpowers.
So you're talking about the
No
end of
one's watching Mole Man. Unless he's played by Danny DeVito. That's
Yes,
the
that's
only
what I'm
way it
saying.
works.
Danny DeVito was
If
Mole Man.
DeVito plays Mole Man, it might happen, but DeVito is like 80 now. I don't know if he can still be a villain.
Hey, ageist, all
I
right.
think he's got to be a lovable old dude. And no one else
Listen,
can play this guy
an
except
80 year
Danny DeVito.
an 80-year-old is in the Oval Office right now.
That's beside the point. My point is I'm looking at Mole Man, and the only way Mole Man works as a villain is if Danny DeVito plays him, and I feel like Danny DeVito is past his villain era. He's in his lovable grandpa era.
Listen,
Have you watched? Go ahead.
oh no, I was just saying if Danny DeVito it plays Mole Man in this movie, yeah, the ticket is already sold.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't
The
sell
ticket is
itself.
already
I just
sold.
don't know if that's great. He's the only one. No one else can play that guy.
Have
I'm
you watched
looking
the
at this
show,
photo.
Sarah? Have you watched a show called "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" with Danny DeVito?
I
in it?
don't watch it, but I'm familiar with it.
I think
I'm aware of it. It's not on my watch list,
I think
but
Danny
I've
DeVito
seen enough.
I think if Marvel would go to him and be like, "You want to play Mole Man?" He goes, "I'm game." I think
No,
Danny DeVito
I'm not saying he wouldn't do it. He 100% would. He's the only person who can. He's the only person in Hollywood who can play this role and make it not stupid. That's it. Because this is a
But
dumb character.
but by
I'm
making it
looking at
kind
his
of stupid.
face.
I would
Well,
not.
yeah, but he can do it well. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. Yeah,
he's made
okay.
a career out of roles like Mole Man. He's phenomenal. He's one of my favorite actors ever because he did the impossible. You look at Danny DeVito and you're like, there's no way that guy is an actor. And he's made what a 40-year career out of it. He's phenomenal. He's amazing. He's untouchable. And he's the only person who can play this role. And I know he would go for it, but it's kind of giving like when he played the stripper on Friends, where like unless Mole Man is a joke as a villain, unless this like because how old is he? He's very old. I
Sarah, I would
love
not
him,
let
but
you
he's
besmirch a Stanley creation. That's the moment.
huh? He's 79 years old. He can't
Wait,
they can't be fighting an 80-year-old man.
They're gonna be
Right?
fighting his creatures or whatever. They're gonna be
I'm
fighting
just
his
saying,
babies.
as it is, our casting is like 40 in their 40s. They're gonna fight an 80-year-old? Danny DeVito? Come on.
they don't age discriminate.
I love seeing older people in movies. Like, don't get me wrong. I love seeing older people in movies. It's great, but we're back to the Tom Cruise issue. Where, like, I'm sorry, you're 60, sir. No, you didn't.
Oh yes,
Hey,
I did, Sarah.
Like, I'm like, no, you didn't. You did not climb that train with knives. You didn't do it. It didn't happen.
The
Stop
movie
it.
said I did.
The movie
Right?
said it
So this
did.
is what I'm saying. I'm like, we've got 50-year-old superheroes fighting an 80-year-old guy. No,
But here's the thing: we're assuming too. We're assuming we don't know. We just asked.
I know, but I hate it. I'd be mad if it comes true.
Well, we
Because
already know
that's the only
Sarah's not
way
going to
it
be
works. Who
watching
else
this
is gonna
movie.
play Mole Man?
No, it's
Oh,
totally gonna be Mo Man. We know that. We already know.
Well, we know Sarah is not gonna go watch Fantastic
oh, I'll
Four.
watch it. I watch everything. I will be mad. I mean, I just saw Madam Web. Like, I see everything.
Oh, I gotta go see that probably tomorrow.
I found it enjoyable.
Yeah.
My qualms with it are the same as my qualms with anything else. I don't like horror films. And there's parts of it that feel like a horror movie. And I don't like that in my superhero movies. That's a personal preference issue. It's not anything that's necessarily bad or wrong, just something I don't enjoy. But I found it, I found it enjoyable. I thought it was fun. I liked it just fine. It's my favorite thing ever. No, because there were horror movie elements of it. But it's good. I liked it. What was
Um,
awful, don't anyone watch Drive Away Dolls. That was the worst movie I've seen in a minute. I thought it was gonna be bad, but I thought it was gonna be like funny bad, like Lisa Frankenstein. That was bad, but funny bad.
was that out already?
Lisa Frankenstein, I feel like it's
I don't
come
know.
out and gone from the theater.
Final comments, final thoughts.
I wish I knew some kind of Fantastic Four catchphrase. It's collaborate time. Do you think we're gonna get? Do you think the thing? Okay, that's my question. Do you think the thing is gonna be like a comic book thing? You know, he's got catchphrases for days. This guy.
He's
Like, do you
got. He
think that?
better say Yancey Street. It's clobbering time. The ever loving blue eyed thing.
Like, you
Who's
think we're
playing
gonna
him
get?
again?
What was that?
Who's playing him again?
The dude from the Bear. I forgot his name.
Oh my baby. Oh, he's gonna say all the catchphrases. It's gonna be phenomenal. He's going to be the best part of the movie.
His name is Ebon Moss-Bachrach. I don't
I
think
assume it's
I'm
Eben. But if he's playing the thing, hands down, it'll be the best part of the movie. He does
That's what a
comedy
lot of
so
people
well,
are
and
saying.
if he's allowed to have catchphrases, he'll save the movie. Even if they give us Mole Man, Danny DeVito, and they're fighting octogenarian, he will save the movie. I have faith in that man.
An octogenarian with Pokemon.
I'm so mad. I'm so angry to find out the Mole Man exists. Like, I get it. There's a villain with every stupid name, but like, it makes me angry. What does he even do? Burrow under the city? Like, what? I'm gonna sink the city down 4 feet. Like, what are you doing, Mole Man?
If I just heard villain names, right? Didn't know what these villains were. I would be more afraid of someone named the Mole Man than somebody named Taskmaster. I'll just say that. You know
Or
what I
the
mean?
Joker.
Well, the Joker,
No.
I might want to hang out with him.
Hey, Jokers!
No, yeah, that guy seems great.
My homie.
Taskmaster is just gonna like aggressively do your taxes.
The
Give
Green
you a
Goblin.
schedule. The Green Goblin sounds frightening. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a scary name.
Magneto.
That's huh?
He said Magneto.
Magneto. I mean, that's the thing is they give the villains the dumbest names. They're like, oh, you have a stupid name. Also, some of the heroes, they all have dumb names. Who are we kidding?
Well, pretty much.
What is Green Lantern? What is that?
It's the
And
wrong
Brad
color.
would say, in Blackest Night, no evil shall escape his sight, or her sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware their power, Green Lantern's light. That's right. I
Still
said
the dumbest superhero name.
it.
Maybe a great hero, but a stupid name. I won't have it. That's
Well,
a
which
dumb
one?
name for anybody.
There are like
I'm
8
gonna
of them.
take you seriously.
Well, 8 of
Well,
them
the thing I love, so back to Captain Marvel, when they're trying to pick out a name for what's her name, I'm like, yeah, this is how this happens. This is how this happens. They all just sit around throwing things out like Vision. Ooh, oh wait, that's already taken. That's how it happens. That's what they do. They just sit around like, this would sound cool. Like, no, stop.
I wish she got one. I do. I really wish she got one. Like a
The
name.
Underminer is a way cooler name than Mole Man, just to be clear.
Yeah, because they couldn't use Mole Man because Marvel owned it.
I know, but Underminer's way better. The Underminer is a way better name.
I mean, all the names in Incredibles were pretty fire though. Like I don't know if I'm saying that as like I feel like I'm using it as a caveat though. You know what I mean? They were pretty fire.
No,
You know what I mean?
they're
Like
so much better than actual superhero names. Every
what
single
was
one of them.
the villain in the second one? Like I really get a kick out of that. What is that? What is her name? It's what is it?
I forgot.
It has something to do with like channels or something, but I get a kick out of their name.
It
Like
wasn't Static, was it?
no, it's like hold on.
I mean,
Villain.
Frozone is still like the best name ever.
Oh
Right,
my
and they
god,
have a gazer beam, you know what I mean?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, The Incredibles has my
Oh
favorite
God.
line. The Incredibles has my favorite line in movie superhero history. Woman, where is my super suit?
Yeah.
That was horrible. I don't know why I did that accent. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what you
I don't know,
said.
but it was terrible.
I just said it's horrible.
Screen Slaver. The Screen
Yes.
Slaver. Like, I freaking love that name.
I like that
We got
movie.
real punny in the 2020s, where I don't feel like they were quite as punny in the 60s when they were coming up with all these superheroes. Like puns were not peak humor yet. They were very
But,
like
they were just. I mean, I feel like a lot of these names they were really just like pulling out of there. You
we're
know what I
out of
mean?
stuff to call people. Let's call him Mole Man, the
And
Penguin,
I
the
feel like
Bat.
I feel like when you listen to like interviews with these like some of these OG
Zebra
creators,
dudes.
like they say the same thing. Like they're
Yeah.
literally, Stan Lee was always like, "Oh yeah, X-Men. Like I made them mutants because like I didn't want to figure out how to give them powers. So like they're just mutants. This guy can shoot this freaking thing. This guy can turn into this freaking thing. You know what I mean? Like freaking.
It's all lazy and it feels that way. The whole thing. That's what I said about make nerds fun again. Because like realistically, like the reason people like this stuff is because it's fun. It's not because it's so serious. They didn't put that much forethought into it. How are you getting this crazy about something that's got a guy named Mole Man? You
You
sound
told me,
dumb.
Sarah, you're the one that got mad about the name.
What?
You're the one that got mad about the name. I'm like, this is we're way off topic. We are way off topic about the fantastic forecasting news.
My God.
Yes.
If you're still watching this, we love you, by the way.
Thank you very much for taking us, Red. Sarah does not express the beliefs or concerns of Frack the Canon and backboard for Electric Zinc.
I'm just me. The views expressed by me don't represent anyone, including maybe me 10 minutes from now. Who knows? I've got ADHD. We may forget about this entirely in 15 seconds. No, I won't. I'm being mad about Mole Man for the next week. So mad.
I think we have a new inside joke.
New information has come to me and I'm angry about it. Yes. I told you from the very beginning, I am nerd adjacent because I would make a very bad nerd. You expect me to sit around and argue with somebody?
And this is
when
why I
there's
love you.
somebody-
Listen, as much as you've been sitting around here arguing all night, like you, well, not arguing, but you are the nerd. You are as nerd as any of us.
Yes,
I am a
I'm
musical
saying
theater
you are
nerd. That's
as
a
nerd.
different kind of nerd. I'm just saying, like, I don't take myself super seriously. Like, how are you gonna take yourself seriously with like bats and penguins and moles and whatever kind? Like, I'm a musical theater nerd. We know we're ridiculous. I know my stuff is dorky. I'm aware of that. No one's trying to pretend it's cool.
I already have my promo clips for this episode.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Talking smack about nerds.
That's funny.
Alrighty. Sarah, final comments, final thoughts.
Cancel Mole Man. Now I want a whole Mole Man movie. That's my final thought. No, I think that this could go so many ways. I don't know that any of them lead to a fantastic movie. But seriously, like there's
sorry. This is your final thought, and I'm sorry to jump in on it, but we didn't bring up like because you're about to like talk about how the movie could be, but we didn't bring up who this is ran by. It's the dude who did WandaVision.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited. He was going to do Star Trek, one of the Star Trek movies with the Kevin timeline, and he goes, "No, I'm going back to do this." Because it was gonna be John Watts, the guy who did Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, the Spider-Man. Yeah,
and he like, I need a break, and so he brought him in. So I'm excited.
Now I'm even more worried about it because WandaVision took so long to get going. Like, I'm worried that this first one is going to be a lot of exposition. I'm very concerned about what they're going to do because, like we said, I don't think they can bring in Doom to start. So where are we starting? And if we're starting, it's the same guy, and we're doing the '60s thing. Boo!
I disagree because
Boo on him.
I disagree because like this is a movie, so he has more time. He got to move faster. And he's done movies and he's done TV, so I feel that he knows.
I don't know.
And here's the thing too. Something. It's the Fantastic Four. It's one of Marvel's biggest properties, the most famous properties. The one they had to sell. Now they finally got back. Now they're finally home and they can finally do them justice.
But it's theirs now, so they can make this and stretch this into 3 movies if they want to. They've got the fan base. I mean, that's one of the things at Marvel. They've got a built-in fan base. If this one is even like a C plus B minus, which is what I'm kind of anticipating, if Evan can pull it off with making Thing funny, they can almost do anything to lead into the second movie because people will know the second. You know what I mean? Like, it actually doesn't have to be top tier. And I'm a little worried that they know that. And I almost am more excited about the next thing that comes after it. Does that make sense? Because I feel like there's so much hype and so much want for this and hunger for this that like it almost, I don't know, it almost has to hit low or almost can or will hit low. Like, I don't know. There's something in me that says like, because if they start too high, they've got nowhere to go. If that makes sense.
You're making a lot of sense to the MCU fan in me versus like the comic book fan in me. Like I definitely grasp what you're talking about here. Like, and I didn't even think about it in that way, but it's like no, like they are like the way. It's like the way. What I get what you're saying. It's like the way that the MCU does things. You know what I mean? It's like the way that they do things.
They know they have us.
Like
we're already here.
And it's kind of like, yeah, like they don't have like you make a good point. Like if you make these characters likable, but like maybe the story isn't stellar, or maybe like we get Mo Man, right? Or freaking
Don't get him started.
You know what I mean? Like or you know what I mean? Like it doesn't, like she's saying, like it doesn't have to be an A plus, and like a lot of Marvel movies aren't A pluses. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm still here for because I'm never not gonna be here for him. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm still
like
here
Ragnarok is by far the best Thor movie, by far. We had to get through like 2 to 3 B plus Thor movies to get to Ragnarok, and Ragnarok is an A plus.
And Ragnarok is in phase 3, and I think when people like talk about like make Marvel great again, you know what I mean? All these people would talk about how like lame Marvel is now, kind of a thing. But like when people like, I really think that people forget like no, like when you remember these movies fondly, you really are remembering phase 3 like fondly. And then you might be talking about the first Iron Man, and you might be talking about like what's another one in there? Avengers, right? Like, but you're really talking about phase 3. You're really talking about like
Iron Man in phase 3.
Like the Civil Wars, the Infinity Wars, the Endgames, like these are the movies you're talking about. Like when you remember how great Marvel is, and it's like no, like there's a lot of middle of the road Marvel movies, like a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think people like, and people are like comparing like the newer movies to like the older ones, but it's like, no, you're forgetting like some of the OGs too. You know what I mean?
There's
like,
a lot of movies you don't go back and watch. You don't go back and rewatch them. Who is going back and watching the first Captain America? Who? Not me.
No, I saw. I
go back and watch.
You know what I mean? Like I go back and watch Iron Man. Just watching Iron Man 3 again. Nobody. There's a lot of in-between stuff that you have to build in so you can get an Infinity War, so you can get to Endgame. And that's kind of what I was saying back to the Marvels. I'm hoping that the levity that we've come out of a lot of this darkness, but even within that, like I said, Eben as the Thing is going to give us levity. He can't help it. He's too funny. Pedro Pascal, we'll see what he does. Maybe he's trying to, he's playing very into that like, ooh, daddy thing moment, internet thing right now with him. Ridiculous. Zaddy, whatever the kids are saying. But I think there's a lot. Nothing about this is telling me that it's going to be, there's too far to go. I think there's too far to go for them to start too high.
Is this next year?
I think
Yeah,
so.
2025, yeah, is what it looks like.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's what
So
my internet says.
by the end of the year, we'll probably start. No. Promos are a lot shorter this time. Like now, I feel like now. So they'll wait till like 3 months before this comes out before they start showing us stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they've even started. They just announced the cast, but I don't even know if they have started filming yet.
No, I don't think they started filming yet. I think it's just casted.
Somebody started filming this week. I forgot what it was though. It was another Marvel movie, but I forgot what it was.
How many more can they make? Are we a little tired?
As long as they're good, I don't care. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
like
so
it's like, and I don't even need them to be good. I just need them to be mildly enjoyable.
Right. B plus. Just need a B plus.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
If we get more of the Marvels from Marvel for a while, I'll be happy. If we go more into the camp and more into the absurdity so that we can bring it back, it'd be great. More levity. Less American war propaganda.
Look out, Thunderbolts.
What? What?
No. You really started. That's another episode. That's another episode.
That's for another time. We'll
Yeah,
save
that's
that.
another time. We will come back on that, Sarah. Not for now. Not now. We did half an hour of that video.
Are you gonna be started on dumb names again? Oh man.
Oh my God. This will happen. This will happen. We will do this. But I have to end it now because I told you asking why I have to end it now. Did we get your final thoughts? Did we get your final thoughts, CJ?
What am I talking about? Fantastic Four. Let's see here. Pedro Pascal. I think you're cool. I'll wait and see. Vanessa Kirby. I want to see you in everything right now. Third guy from Stranger Things. Looking forward to it. Eben Moss-Bachrach. I'm sure you'll be great, buddy. Like I think he's gonna be the only other guy in the MCU with the freaking New York accent, right? Like, 'cause we got Tom Holland right now, and it'll be him probably.
I think so. I think you're right. Sarah, your final thoughts. Final thoughts.
My actual final thoughts. Yeah, I think
On
it's gonna
this
be
casting.
right. I think the casting is interesting. I think the casting is strong. There's a lot of strong people in here from what I see. And I think when you've got strong actors, as long as they can get like there's a lot of raw talent involved in this. I think it should I'm excited to see what more we start to see in the next couple months. I'm curious. I'm intrigued.
All righty. Woo! We got that. Okay. My final comments are I'm excited for this cast. I really think it's a great cast. I wasn't worried until you brought it up, Sarah, and you guys brought it up. You're right. These movies have been kind of middle of the road. The Fantastic Four movies always haven't been that fantastic. They've been all right. But yeah, but my final word for this, it's clobbering time. Frack off.